This hangout on air is live. Hello there, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. This morning at the break of dawn. Oh, open the shade so I can let in the darkness. Well, we have 10 High, the mysterious 10 High bourbon whiskey, a blend with this bottle's strange sediment infused appearance, amber with all types of suspended chunks throughout. I can see them roiling about. It is so bizarre. Don't you want to drink a whiskey with gunk in it? Versus Jim Beam Choice, introduced in 1957 as Beam's Choice. Originally aged 8 years, now aged 5 years. It has always been charcoal filtered after aging. Now that was their braggadocious approach. They said, unlike some other people, and they were, you know who they were throwing that to, our bourbon is charcoal filtered after coming out of the barrel, which makes ours better than some other Tennessee people. And this was offered for many years as a gift pack. Like if you look at the old 1950s, 60s, and 70s advertisements, it was called Beam's Choice, originally Beam's Choice, without the Jim. Just like they got the Beam's 8-star blended whiskey, is not the Jim Beam, it's Beam's. Beam's Choice, and they would have, you could get the gift box, and it was like nice, and it didn't cost any extra, or you could pay a lot extra and get this beautiful crystal decanter with the year on it. And so apparently they had them 1957, 58, 59, 60, all the way until maybe 1979 or 80, 81, 82. And that would be some collection to have, right? Every decanter for each year with the artwork. And it was a nature scene artwork by a famous artist. And there's one year it was buffalo, the next year it was deer, the next year raccoons or something like that. So it was really a sharp item. So, you know, people want to do collecting. That's the kind of thing to do, like I do with the beer cans. You know, some people just collect specialty beer cans like NFL series, or they'll do the camouflage series. You know, they do every year for hunting with different beer brands. So there's a lot of angles you can approach with collecting. And there's a lot of space you can take up. Okay. All right. Okay. So in the alcohol level used to be higher, but then the modern version is 80 proof, charcoal filtered, but only for 5 years. It's aged 5 years in the barrel, and then they charcoal filter it. But I wrote a letter to Jim Beam Suntory, and they wrote back and said, sorry, it's been, what's the term they use? It's going away in 2017. So it's no longer being made. You might still see some bottles on the shelf, though. And then they make that, they promote that charcoal filter. They want to let you know that. Just like with the green label Evan Williams, charcoal filter. That's a call out, which you will not see on the black label Evan Williams, by the way, anymore. Now you might say, why are you drinking this early? I'm not drinking. I'm tasting. So you got it wrong, Jack. Okay. And anyway, I'm sacrificing for your viewing entertainment. Now, 10 High. You look. I can get this for $15.99 in the 1,750 milliliter bottle. This is the 750. But I can go and get 1,000, you know what I'm saying? This bottle plus 1,000 milliliters extra of bourbon for only $15.99. Yes, I said that correctly. $15.99. That bottle plus 1,000 more liters, milliliters. I mean, liters, right? Milliliters. I believe that's pretty much the cheapest price you'll ever find for a bourbon, blended or straight. Okay, doke. Do I plan to buy that? No, I do not. Look in this cabinet of mine. You'll see why. All right. Okay. Oh, I poured a little too much. But, you know, these are like thimble size, honestly. And I have to do a written review for the Redemption High Rye bourbon that Tanya had wanted me to do. So I never wrote a written review on Proof 66. So I got to take time to do that. Now, yeah, you can tell this is the 10 high because it's cloudy, but they're both very similar in appearance, kind of a gold orange, but more gold, much more gold and amber. Never seen Jim Beam Choice sold in this area ever in my ever loving, whole, complete life. Of course, I didn't start looking for it until about a year ago, so you might want to consider that. I did find two bottles in Frankfort, Kentucky. I told you that story before. $14.99 a bottle, which I thought it might have been $14.59, something like that, but I thought it was a fair price for something, and I'd never see it again, so I bought it. I kept the bottle, and I gave one to David Garlapede, you know, my brewing partner. Take note, I've only drank coffee today. I have only drunk coffee today. My reviewing partner, occasional brewing. Oh boy. Reviewing partner. He blew through the bottle with no hesitation. Max Walt. Oh, hello, Max Walt. Glad to see you. Thanks for the stream. Hey, even more so, thank you for watching the stream, right? I'm really doing this for you because, I mean, I could privately do this, right? Just keep it to myself. But it's more fun to be engaged with people, having a good time, hanging out, talking about the products. Okay, here we go. Now, you would assume, right, that if you taken a straight bourbon aged 5 years and then charcoal filtered, it would easily defeat a blended bourbon aged 3 years and not charcoal filtered, but it is sour mash, unlike the Jim Beam, which is not. I would be stunned if I could not tell them apart and if I got it wrong. So I'm kind of like that mid-80s hit song, laying it on the line, laying it on the line, laying it on, down on the line. My credibility. So, oh well, so what? Yeah, credibility is overrated. Okay. Oh, that one smells nice. Top of the morning to you. Okay, this one. It smells nice, but it's more subdued, and it's got that sourdough bagel thing going, but it makes me think it's 10 high. That it's racked 10 high. Well, that's what the name came from, but they never actually racked it 10 high. It just sounded like something that would be marketable. That's what Barton Distilling thought. There may be, I said this before, there may be a 10 high straight bourbon. And Sazerac alludes to that, but their website is strange, so you can't really figure it out. You just might see it on the shelf. You get on the Sazerac website, you would never know that there's Ancient Age Preferred, would you? Now, no, you would not, except that if you went to the store like I did and saw it and you gasped, you'd know that it did exist. Maxwell says, cheers. Cheers back to you. So that's minty, mossy, a little bit. Caramel, and then the sourdough. Is there any wood or char or anything? Yeah, but it's so subtle. It's so narrow. or I should say shallow. So that's already gotta be, it's gotta be 10 high. Well, let's go over here. Now this one's so clean, you see, that's what I'm thinking. The charcoal filtering, right? Clean, clean. Like an apocalypse now. Hey, clean, clean. Get the puppy. Okay, this one's got more mint, right? Mint. It's strange though. Caramel. Ooh, wow. Let me go with the taste because I'm getting a little nervous now. Yahweh Adonai says, which one is better? Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. That's what I'm trying to find out. You might want to come up with a better internet name. I gotta tell you, that's kind of a, now that I just read, it's kind of a blasphemous. I mean, maybe you could call yourself casual viewer or something. I would recommend that. Think about it. Yeah, here says going to be a big breakfast after this. For you, maybe. I already had my little crackers with hot and spicy jalapeno spam with the Belgioiso mascarpone cream cheese with Louisiana Supreme hot sauce. 5 crackers. I was trying to get back to 145.0 pounds. I weighed myself this morning. It was 145.8. You say, well, that's 0.8 of a pound. You're going a little overboard. Yeah, but then if you start hedging, you say, well, it's a pound, 2 pounds, who cares? It's 3 pounds, 5, 10. You see, and then pretty soon I'm back to 30 pounds more than I am, you know, because I used to be 176 and a half. I couldn't button my buttons. My big pot belly sticking out. I was like, no, no, no. So at age 33, I said, I'm going for broke. I'm going to get in shape. And I did. And I lost 30 pounds. And I've been staying at 145 for, what, 15 years? Walk a mile a day, or really more like 9 miles a week. My stomach is relatively flat. I look around, I see people 49, 50 years old like me. And I said, hate to take their blood pressure. I bet it's scary, you know. I take mine and it's low. I mean, not low, but you know what I'm saying? It's like normal, low normal, but you know, it's normal. I mean, it's kind of low normal. Maybe I get cold too, but I mean, I'd rather have that than be all, I don't want to go through that. I'm not, no. And then I see these people that are like old, they're old, you know, elderly, and they're disabled, but they're so heavy, overweight because they ate, you know, and then the caretakers can't even lift them up. They're like, argh, and their legs are giving out. I'm saying, no, that ain't my get. If I get old and disabled, I want to be old, disabled, and light. You know what I mean? So you can pick me up and carry me somewhere. The things that people think of. That's your real name? Oh, okay. You say so, but yeah. Hey, now, see, this is shocking because I'm talking about blah, 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 weight loss and all this futurism and everything. But now the wood is coming into play like big time, right? So I remember we had this experience before with 10 High, and I hope you've gone out and purchased your 10 High. I do not work for Sazerac, nor does any of my family, although I would not refuse massive amounts of money being sent to me from Sazerac. So I want to encourage that company to feel free to send me lots of money, please. Or payment in kind via dozens of liquor bottle samples. But oddly, that's not happened in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You see, the taste is where this really starts to become a challenge, right? Taste challenge, challenge. Now over here to the left could be your right. I'm getting a lot of beeswax. And you get that with these liquors. Don't let people tell you no. Beeswax or honeycomb, right? Like I was talking about the other day, a liquor tastes like honeycomb cereal almost like. And so, but then the wood and the char fades in the taste. Now you see how strange, how strange, how strange. Now over here, it's like a flip. It's like a flip side of the other one. Because here, where the nose, where in the nose, the char is so muted. In the taste, it's so prominent. The char starts to come through. It's like, oh, wow. I think I'm picking up that heavy white oak char. And if you know about Buffalo Trace, and if you've tasted the Buffalo Trace line, and if you've been to the Buffalo Trace distillery, you'll start to notice that there is certainly, in my opinion, a house style. Now, I know 10 High is not part of the Buffalo Trace lineup. It's under Barton. Yeah, but Sazerac owns Barton and Buffalo Trace. So they have sort of an overarching house style. And then they have that rye thing, like Sazerac is high on rye, right? You don't want to get high on your supply, and you don't want to get high on rye unless that's your gig, if that's your house style approach. And I noticed that with the Sazerac products, they tend to have an should I say unusual? I don't know if that's the right, let's say characteristic high rye approach. And I've not noticed that with Jim Beam. Now I know there's a Jim Beam rye, right? You know, but I haven't noticed the Jim Beam line having that characteristic. See, so he says, I love your videos, by the way. Keep it up. You definitely know what you're talking about. Well, at least I try to make it seem that way. Cold Since 92 says, is 10 High the one you said was slightly cloudy? Yes, and I appreciate you watching. And yes, it is cloudy. It has sediment in it, and I can't figure that out. On the flip side of that, so like it shouldn't have sediment, but it does, right? This guy who watches my videos, and he's really nice, and his name's Lawrence Hartman of Kentucky. He sent me a bunch of beer, which I discouraged him from doing, but he did it anyway. Okay. One of them was this IPA from Nashville. It's supposed to be a New England style IPA and everything. So I said, well, this is going to be great because Beer Advocate's saying it's outstanding, and then Rate Beer saying it's a 95 out of 100. It's so wonderful, you know. And I'm looking at other videos this morning, and it's very milky. I poured mine, and I did a swish and pour. It was nearly translucent. So right there, that seemed odd. It was supposed to be milky, but yet it was not. And then if you notice in the video, which I'm going to post in a day or so or 2 days, I kept talking about how it was vacant, like the middle flavor, the body, it was vacant. There was a vacancy in it, like something was wrong, something was missing. And then someone said, oh, maybe you got a bad batch. And I always say, oh, don't try to excuse a company with that, which I don't excuse a company for that. But I really do think I got a bad batch because the one I had was not like the other ones. Like the videos I'm watching, it's not the same beer as what I tried. And I went on and on for like 16 minutes because I couldn't get my head around it. It was like, this is not right. And I felt so embarrassed because Lawrence had sent it to me. I even sent him a private email and I said, I'll just delete it. You know, I don't need to show it because you sent it for free and everything. And he said, no, post it. I want to see. And that was just, I gave it a C. I said average. And I said Rolling Rock was average. So I swear these spammers are. Yeah, I'm gonna click on your site because I want to go meet some hot girls. I'm pretty sure that's got to be, I'm being judgmental, but I'm pretty sure that if somebody sends you these links and it says meet hot girls and you click it, you probably will meet hot girls, right? Isn't that probably true? I know a guy, I talk to him quite often on Facebook, and he tells me this. My computer got corrupted, my phone got corrupted because he kept clicking on these sites. I'm like, well, ding, 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 ding. You thought that was legitimate. Okay. And then he said, all this stuff was being routed from Nigeria. And I was like, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, come on, man. Nobody's that generous. You know what I mean? It's like, get real. Do you ever smoke cigarettes or cigars while you drink? No, I don't. Sorry. I'm not a smoker. Maybe a puffer. Maybe I'm a puffer, right? You know what I mean? Like Cheyenne wild cherry puffer. But not a smoker. No. I'm the wrong guy. All right, I'm going to call it. I think I have it down. Now, here's the clincher, though. 10 High already has 2 strikes. So if it loses again, it's gone. Maybe it'll be in the blended whiskey competition, though, you see, to be fair. But I'm going to try to. Which one's better? I honestly cannot say that. One is better than the other. That's good. They're terrible. Yeah. Tobacco is, it's like fire, right? It's useful but dangerous. I'm not an anti-tobacco advocate. I'm not one of these social justice anti-tobacco cheerleaders. No, sorry, I am not. I could give you different articles about the advantages of tobacco. I wouldn't do that right now. Okay, anyway, although the disadvantages probably outweigh the advantages, you see, there's the problem. See, I just talked to a guy yesterday, just recovering from throat cancer. You see, he didn't casually smoke a few cigarettes every day. Oh, no, 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 no. He's like your classic chain smoker addict, right? He smoked one cigarette after the other, strong ones, right? Deep inhalation all day long since about 1982, okay? It's like the same thing with food. People don't just eat, enjoy. They go berserk, and then they're hugely obese with all these terrible medical problems because there's no golden mean, right? There's no self-control, so there's no controls on it, so they go all out and they go berserk. And what do you think's going to happen if you do that? You think it's going to be all right? Like video games, but I don't care about video games. But some people, they play them, but you got some people that are disturbed about it. That's all they do. But that's another topic. That's a psychiatric topic. People that get caught up in these fixations, right, or afflictions. Fixation, that's a Freudian term, right? But it's accurate. Anyway, any plans to get Evan Williams bottled in bond? Yes, I have plans to get it, but I have to get to this backstock, and the backstock doesn't. I can't get it to go down because I keep falling into these other liquors. So I say, oh, that's it. It's not going to happen, and then I keep finding things that you just don't want to pass up because they're unusually cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like you find something that is so much cheaper than it ought to be. Like it might be 40% discounted. So then you can't resist. So, and then the biggest risk is that you won't see it again. I know I'll always see bottled and bond, although someone told me that there was plans to cancel it. I find that hard to believe. All right, I'm going to call it. You could see where I was going with this, that this was 10 high, because I talked about the sourdough and how the char and the wood came into play more as I sipped on it. And then you even have a rye spice type situation going on here. Oh, but which one's better? I cannot call that. It is a dead tie. I'm telling you right now, as shocking as that seems, and I'm shocked, honestly. Although last night laying in bed, I was a little worried about it. I was a little worried. I was thinking, I don't know. I got a little concerned that it could be this way. Okay, well, obviously, when you're value shopping, the 10 high is the clear winner by default. It has to be. It has to be the clear winner because if I'm going to pay, if I can get this for $15.99 in a 1,750 milliliter bottle, and the Jim Beam Choice is going to be $14.99 all day long, and it ain't going to be that kind of price for no handle bottle. They probably don't even make handle bottles. The 10 high is a clear winner. I mean, it's your money. Go buy what you want. It doesn't matter to me. But the 10 high is an astonishing product. It's an astonishing product because, yeah, it's bottom shelf and it's cheap, and we all know that, and it's always been that way. If you look at their marketing back to 1940, that was their, I said Barton, I'm sorry, it was Hiram Walker, excuse me. They were saying, oh, it's inexpensive, but it's a great value. It's inexpensive, and people, and they were saying, like on the ads, the word is out. You want to save money, get a really good bourbon, you know. Well, you know what? The ads are accurate. It really is good. And when I did the Jim Beam Choice, the Beam's Choice, I'm sorry, I'm very absent-minded, right? I meant to say the Beam's 8-star. A lot of times I'll say something, but my mind is thinking something else, and I realize that I'm doing that as I'm doing it. But the Beam's 8-star, when I did the video, I said that the Beam's 8-star was better. It was a better value. But that would only be in the case of the 750 bottle. Because the 10 high is $1 cheaper than the Beam's 8-star in the handle bottles. And let's be honest, a lot of people buy those big plastic bottles because they want bulk. So the 10 high is an incredible product. It's an incredible product. I can't call a winner. What is your favorite budget beer? Mine is Side Pocket. I've never seen Side Pocket. On the internet, yes, I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. Some malt liquors comes from La Crosse, Wisconsin, or is it Minhas in Monroe, Wisconsin? Well, I have to say my favorite budget beer is more than likely, well, it's got to be Milwaukee's Best Ice. I can buy 2-quart cans for $2.50 plus tax. Not each, together. $1.25 a can for a quart can. So you're definitely going to try that 10 high. I think you're going to be very pleased because it's a stunning product. Stunning. I mean, you got people that do whiskey, bourbon. They would never reach down for it. They wouldn't reach for it. They just say, no, I'm not. That's probably rot gut. It's probably horrible. Well, you're cheating yourself. But you have to have an open mind about it. If you're closed-minded, it's going to be a real tough thing. Well, let's call it. I think this is the Jim Beam Choice. And I think that's the 10 high, but it's a tie in quality anyway, so whether I can tell them apart or not doesn't really matter. But I think this is the Jim Beam Choice. So here we go. I'm scared, but I'm going anyway. Yeah, JBC, Jim Beam Choice. Whew. Yeah, I made it. And the extraordinary Tin High. Now, you say, well, how can Barton put out a whiskey that's so cheap and have such good flavor? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know how they do it, but it's incredible. Do you know what your overall record is for these taste challenges? No, I do not. It says, hey, yeah, but yeah, here. Yeah, here. I would guess that it's probably and I'm just guessing. Somebody could run those analytics. I'm not going to do it. But I would say it's probably, now see, Michael Komaroff, he's a much better statistician than me because he's always writing in that notebook. If we're doing hangouts, he's writing. So he would have kept records on it. He would have known, but he doesn't really deal with whiskey. He only deals with beer. But see, he would have known that. But, oh, it's probably 65, 35. Probably got it right 65% of the time and wrong 35. That's not bad. That's not a bad, I don't think that's a bad average. And it could be higher than that. I might be downgrading it just to be on the safe side, but I think it's not bad. I mean, I can usually tell them apart, but I've had some catastrophic failures along the way. But well, I'm a little bit shocked to think that a 5-year aged charcoal filtered bourbon, straight bourbon, could not beat a 3-year aged blended bourbon. It's hard to believe, but it's true. It happened here live on the internet, people. So, well, how about that? How about that? Next up is the Tin High versus Jack Daniels. Now, wait a minute. Now, when I say Jack Daniels, some people go into a seizure because if you notice, Jack Daniels is sort of like the Budweiser of the beer world. It's sort of like the crucifix to the vampire. There's nothing more popular in this world than to hate on Jack Daniels, right? And for some reason, people feel compelled to let you know that, right? They go out of their way to say, oh, by the way, I hate Jack Daniels. I'd rather drink battery acid than Jack Daniels. You really would? Okay. And then you get that with Budweiser. I'd rather drink water than Budweiser. Anybody who drinks Budweiser is a moron. You know, that's their, you know, because these people are deep speculative beer drinkers. They know way better than you. And you know these kind of people. If you went to a barbecue and you drank Budweiser and they were drinking 1050, 1050, which is fine. I like 1050, by the way. It's awesome. You know, you just might be drinking your Budweiser, minding your business, and you would not run over there to tell them about what they're drinking 1050. Oh, look at you drinking 1050 Imperial Stout. Well, let me tell you about that. But they would feel compelled to run across the patio to tell you why you should not be drinking Budweiser, and then give you a long, drawn-out lecture on why that is so wrong. This is kind of like what we're dealing with in this beverage drinking community, that kind of attitude. Yeah. Anyway, I used to be one of those people, but not for too long because I grew up a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching this video production. I can't answer for this. Look, I don't run Sazerac. I don't run Beam Suntory. It is what it is. It's a tie. Nah, you take that how you want to take it. We got Jack Daniels coming up, the crucifix to the vampire of the whiskey community.